So, GM farmers, great to see a lot of familiar faces and accounts over here. Hope you all had a great week with your friends, with your family, and at work. It was definitely really exciting for us at CropBytes also as we were working on releasing the roadmap updates. And that's what we are here for. We're all here to get the scoop on what's sprouting up in CropBytes in Q3 2023. And you guys must have already read the blog. And don't worry, we've got a spot reserved at the end of the call for an AMA because you must be having a lot of burning questions because these are really significant updates that are coming up in 2023. We can't wait to interact with you. Make sure that you guys are just put your questions down in the general chat as we go along the call, and so that you don't forget to ask anything. So this is your chance to grill us on what's coming up, and how it will work. And we are really looking forward to the updates for this quarter as it will be helping us improve the value for CBX and the CBX ecosystem and all the assets as well, the ecosystem around the assets. And as you spoke about it in the morning, post the release of the roadmap, we have been receiving a lot of interest in the project from aggregators, from investors, agencies, and other individuals alike. A lot of our old connections are coming back and checking in. Hey, what's up? What's happening? It's like really great. So that's really good news. This is really promising as our hidden gem of a community is gaining some traction and coming on to the stage. And yeah, the updates planned for the coming months will definitely boost that. So yeah, be prepared to welcome new users and helping them get started and flourish in CropBytes like you guys have in the past. So about today's call, we have Kevin on the call, who is a product manager who will be taking us through all the updates and sharing more information. We also have Sandeep and Cheryl, who are co-founders at CropBytes. They're also here listening in. So let's get this show on the road. Like to invite Kevin onto the stage to take it ahead from here. Hey, Kevin.
Thanks, Abhishek. Yeah.
Hi. Yeah.
Hello everyone, and thanks for joining. Like Abhishek said, we are also pretty much excited to bring you all these features, and there's been a lot of talk on the community after we released this. Also a lot of questions on how things would work. Today we are going to go over that, talk to you about all these things, different points that we're going to get in, and also how this, next quarter is going to be in terms of what you guys will be seeing in updates as well. Let's get started. Firstly, like what is going on at the moment? We've just in the last release taken out the task list, and we are working on improving a lot of the UX and UI in the entire game. Like what you've seen with the task list, there are many other such components and features that would be coming in, and these will be be done in parts, and you will be able to see improvements in parts and eventually throughout the app you will be able to see this awesome new user experience. And moving on to the next thing is one of the features that we are working on is getting in dynamic asset output. This means like there will be some sort of unpredictability in your in the gameplay. And why we're doing this is a lot of different factors, and also like having a static supply, since it has been, you always kind of get a static output. Okay, so someone's saying no audio is, am I audible? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Kevin. Can hear you well. Is there?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so I guess we'll continue. So we'll also be sharing a recording of this post the like post the event call, and you guys can check it out if you are having some problems. So going on, getting in this unpredictability, and we've seen what like how a static way of things work, and what is coming in is it will make the gameplay and this the output as well more dynamic, and it won't be just a very random thing. It will be based on different factors, like say you are we'll also be sharing an example, but if you are doing more activity, you can increase an output of a particular asset. Although it will not be again a static output, it will be a range. And we'll be also releasing some more a blog on this where everything is in um, like detailed and explained, so that you guys can also understand more. And to give you an example, like how this will be done. So say you have crop plants growing, and like for example, a concept of fertilizer will be introduced. So say your current cropland has an output of 12 corns on each harvest. So now that amount itself would be differ. So say it becomes 10 to 14. So now instead of always getting 12 crops, you sometimes would get 10, and sometimes you would get 14, like sorry, 12, 13, 14, like anything in between this. So you know that it's between this range, but you don't know exactly what that amount would be. And now the concept of how fertilizers will be working is this range itself. Like say you have that your current range is like 12 to 14. So you will be able to increase this range, and say that range after you using fertilizers will become uh, like 14 to 20. Again, this is just an example, so it's easy to understand. So now, after a user uses a crop plant, he can expect crops at least higher than 14, which he wouldn't have gotten if he didn't use the fertilizer. So this is the sort of thing that we are kind of getting in. So there is like some unpredictability, but it's not that very random, like you won't be able to understand how your farm operates, and like how much feed you will be able to collect after a certain period of time. It's just that the gameplay is going to be a little more dynamic, and you will be able to kind of amplify or increase this range by doing all these different like I said, like getting in a fertilizer. Similarly, like we said, we'll be getting use case for superheroes as well. So these two, you can think about it as a similar, amplifier. So say you use like with the crop example again, you have a basic range of 12 to 14, and then with the fertilizer, it's 14 to 20. So say you use a superhero, it will be even higher than that. So that would be your range then, and you would be getting something in between that. So that's sort of how it is going to work. And uh, yeah, and also like I guess there was some like miscommunication, I guess, regarding how weather will be in the game. So we will be getting that as well, but it will be more of a visual effect where you can see a lot of uh, VFX in the environment, and a lot of other effects like day, night, like all of these things. So we are working on making that itself, like what you're seeing, like very much realistic and dynamic. So you'll get to see a lot of more very game like 3D world, which is always where the surroundings are always changing, and having that effect, so you can see your farm in different phases as well. Yeah. Then it comes to the pro assets and assets. So one of the thing that what will be added is the difficulty layer here. So at the moment, minting a pro asset or an asset is pretty straightforward, like burning CBX to get it, and it's always like at a static value that you have to burn. So introducing difficulty here means it will be very similar to what how asset mining difficulty or CBX difficulty is. So there, that too, like the requirements for that will be based on the difficulty. So it won't be static anymore. It will be based on how many are mined, and like a similar difficulty logic, uh, like the asset mining. Then is the output time. So one of the things that we are doing is like trees and croplands. Uh, there will be like the time and output will be reconfigured, and there will be some more interaction added here. So when we say reconfigured, we mean like both of it. Like say you are waiting for like 36 hours to get 12 con. So yeah, it will be an equivalent reconfiguration, but this will definitely change. So we won't, like what we are doing is not keeping it that long for all the crops and trees. So we're trying to reduce that time down, and there'll also be some sort of interaction added, which we'll talk about more when we are close to releasing this as well. Uh, then the next thing is the CB Army app. So there are a lot of our soldiers like in the CB Army, and like every week there are these missions, and there's a lot of communication between the army and to take these like to participate in the missions and to then verify what is being done, etc. Even the experience of joining the army and being in the army, like to track what you've been doing and how many rewards you're getting, etc. So to improve this experience, we are getting in the CB Army app, and this will be coming pretty soon as well. So like we are almost like done with most of it, and we'll be soon testing it as well. So this thing will be out pretty soon, and hopefully there will be a lot of more people who will be interested in joining the army and participating. And one more thing, like why we recommend all of our players to join is that we prefer allocating like the marketing budget towards rewards, and also spreading like content that users actually generate themselves. So that's a win-win for both of us. So a lot of players have also benefited from the army, and they've also come out with really great content over the last few years. So to keep that going, I think this would be a really great place, and also for someone who's joining for the first time, would have a really nice experience to like while they join. Then another thing, what we will be introducing is a new mini game as well. So this is a whack-a-mole mini game. I'm not sure if you guys must have played it in these arcades, but so whack-a-mole is a very fun game that will be introduced. So first we'll just be introducing a basic version of it, where it's just like a simple mini game, not connected to any other part of, say, the gameplay or the game economics, and similar to the planting seeds game. And then later on, we will integrate a use case of these as well in other gameplay. So for now, it will just be a basic version, and then in future we'll build more use cases on this as well. Then one of the things that I guess has been a question from the community as well is the use case of islands. So we are working on that. I think earlier we had spoken about taking it out sooner, but So the we are still working on it, and the thing is, in terms of priority and the use case of it. So in terms of that, like superhero and pro assets are more essential at the moment, and how they are integrated into say the game economy. So we are focusing on that, and once we have this out, we will be taking getting the islands in the pipeline. Also, on the island specifically, we'll be releasing more details on this as well. Similar to what how we have released some details on the SH game. We will be doing that as well, and adding it to a white paper later. So yeah, we'll be announcing more on this as well. And yeah, these are basically all the updates that we have planned for this third quarter. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, you can just put them in the general chat. So uh, anything that you would like more clarity on, or yeah. So okay, I see some questions in the chat. Okay.
Hey Kevin, any updates on the player XP system economy optimizations?
Uh, yeah, the player XP system is something we'll introduce, and what this is again, it will not really be connected to the game economy. So XP would be more connected to you, like your personal player profile, where you can see your progression, you can see what activities you've done, and you'll be assigned different items based on that. Like you can get badges, and you can see yourself level up as a farmer, what you've done to level up, and all of these sort of things. It's a really good experience, like when it comes to looking back as well, like to see what all you have done and how you have grown as a farmer. So that's what the XP program will be about, and definitely there'll be a lot of improvements, as it's going to be introduced the first time, and then after getting some feedback from you guys as well, we'll definitely improve that. So there'll be a lot coming over there. Okay, there's a question from I'm good. Will the seasons work like real world? Like one season goes on for months, or will it change daily? And will there be a limit to fertilizer use? Do I have to buy something from the store, or is it possible to craft fully on my? All right, so there are multiple questions here. So first one is, will the seasons work like the real world, and will it change in months or daily? So this won't be like exactly like the real world, but we are trying to replicate something that is similar. So even in the real world, generally yes, there are seasons, but it also rains in winter or whatever. So definitely, what we are going towards is making that whole environment like a place that you can see change, like with the seasons, or you can see in different seasons, but not really having it connected to a real world. It's more like say if you actually had a real farm. In one season you basically grow the crops, or you sow the seeds so everything is barren, and then you grow crops so everything is green, and then you harvest them, so like they are ready for harvest, so everything's like yellow if you're so these sort of like the experience is what we are trying to get in here. And then to the second question is, will there be a limit to fertilizer use? Yes, there will be some sort of a limit to this. We'll be giving you more details on the whole concept. So all these questions that are there would be answered in that. But yeah, there will be a limit, and there won't be any connection like anything that you need to buy from the store to craft the fertilizer. Like the explanation that we gave, like it is connected, to the other assets. So you can get fertilizer from cleaning animal sheds, and like say that would be an activity, and then you can get fertilizer, or you can do another activity and get fertilizer. So this sort of thing. So it's not something that you need to go and purchase from the market. Will will you guys add a daily leaderboard to the farm seed dropping game? So yeah, like we will be improving, like making some improvements to the seeding game, but for now we just want to keep it like not related to anything or not add some prices over there. We have improved the fishing game quite a bit, and you will be seeing that in the upcoming release, like with the speed fishing gameplay and how the whole rewards work in that, and how you can enter these tournaments and all is a little different from what is being there in the current game mode. So similarly, once all these things are out, we will be focusing on other areas also, that like you said, like the planting seed mini game, and like I also mentioned, there will be a new mini game, and later on that too will improve and have some sort of a tournament or a connection to the gameplay. uh, okay, so question is, I missed the part about pro animals. Did you say that pro animal extracts will no? So no. The pro animal extracts are won't be used to mine CBX. Uh, yeah. So what will happen is, we are once we introduce this updated SH breeding, that the config of the SBF will be updated. Like right now, there's no duck egg as part of the config, so we will be updating the config there. All right. If you guys have any more questions, you can drop it on the general chat as well. There are some questions that have come in through the form, so we'll be taking those as well.
Yeah, I think you have answered some of them already, but let me just pick up some other questions. All right, so we did receive a lot of questions on the form, but there were some overlapping questions, so I've just put them down one by one, just segregated them. So one of the questions was, will the minting price of superheroes go up? Will it increase?
So, see, what like we said, like we'll be getting a sort of difficulty in superheroes, in minting superheroes as well. So, the base price, it will still be the same, but there will definitely be a price increase, because this will again be based on difficulty, and right now it's not there. So once we introduce that, there will be some, it won't be a static price for sure, and definitely there will be, an increase decrease based on the difficulty.
So, so if
Yeah.
the minting of superheroes has a deflationary protocol, so is there any plan to tokenize them, like the superheroes
Yeah.
or? Okay.
Yeah. So, we will be tokenizing the superheroes and the pro assets as well, and also other consumable items that are there. So, this getting in the difficulty, or the network difficulty for those, is the first step before we tokenize the asset. So, that's what we are going towards, and that's why we are taking these steps now. And yeah, they will be like on chain, and you will be able to trade these once they are on chain.
Awesome. So I think even pro assets will have I mean, the pro animals will also have a deflationary supply protocol. That's
Yes,
interesting.
yes, and those two will be tradable on chain, so users
Okay.
can withdraw them as well.
Okay. Another question that we had was, will P1 assets be available for trading inside the game exchange?
Okay, so the P1 assets at the moment we are not enabling it to trade on the exchange. In the future, we may do so based on the different circumstances. But for now, like going forward, we will be enabling withdrawals. Like you're saying, we are enabling withdrawals for a few assets every week. So, like this, I think only some of the assets are pending, and those include the P1 assets as well. So, in the coming weeks, the withdrawals will be enabled, and users will be able to trade it on chain. So, but we may kind of think about getting them on our CB exchange later on.
Got it. All right. Another question is, can we transfer assets from one CB account to other CB account directly?
Uh, yeah. So, like transferring assets from one CB account to another can be done, and how that is you'll just need to do a withdrawal from one account and have the other account's deposit address added and withdraw it to that.
Okay, got it. Um, Another question was, can we put both superhero and fertilizer for one asset? So to boost one asset, can we use both fertilizers and superheroes to get 2x from the asset?
Like, we will definitely give more details on this, so these questions don't. Like these scenarios are more clearer. But like just an overview, it will not because both of them kind of work similarly. So, like I explained, you can only get to a certain range with the fertilizer, and after that you can get to a higher range with the acid. So if you have an SH, it's already at a higher range. So using the fertilizer won't be of use over there. So it's not really like you are getting double the output. It's just that your range won't be the same as a basic one. So each like layer, it's increasing. Like a basic layer would be there, then over that would be say the fertilizer where you get a little more range, and then over that is the superheroes where you get even more range.
Got it.
But
Thanks for, yeah.
I like it may kind of be a little confusing when we just talk about it. So we'll be releasing a blog with images and a detailed explanation on how it will work, how you'll be using that, and like questions like these, whether you can use two together and on how many crop plants, and all of these will be answered in the blog.
All right, thanks for your answer. That's it. That's the number of questions that I had collected from the form. I think, okay, there's one more. What will be the new fishing game modes? I think we had spoken about new fishing game modes. So could you tell us more about it?
Yeah. So, like, uh, what is there right now is a fishing mode where you use bait for catching like fishes in progression. So you need a smaller bait to catch a medium fish and a medium bait to catch the big fish. So what speed fishing is a different game mode altogether. You will not need bait to catch fishes, but you can catch them directly. Just throw a line and you catch any fish. And so this changes like how players strategize their gameplay, and it'll be a really fun game because you can score unlimited points. And there's also like bonuses on the way. So catching say a set, like you continuously catch a certain type of fish, you'll get bonus for that, and then you can strategize that way to basically score higher than the other people.
Oh, that sounds really exciting. Can't wait for that release coming up. That's it. That's all the questions that were there on from the community, offline questions. So, guys, if there's anything more, you guys can put it in the general chat. But I think for now, all the questions were answered. Um, we will be here, Sandeep, Kevin, and we'll be here in the community for some more time. If there are anything else that you would want to know, or you could also just tag us if you need any more clarification on the updates. But yes, like Kevin said, a lot more details will be shared in the coming days, so we have more clarity on what's coming up. Yeah, that's it. Kevin, anything else?
No, yeah, these are the updates. If you guys have any more questions, you can post them on the general chat as well, and we'll be answering them.
All right, awesome. So, thanks everyone for joining in. Um, until the next community call, let's keep farming and let's wait for more updates to come out. Thanks again and have a good weekend. Have fun. Bye.